In our last update, we wanted to see price come down and start filling these imbalances all the way down towards $94,700. And even though I wasn't very sure about the path that Bitcoin was going to take to reach that level, we were still able to take nice trades inside the Discord because I only sent one resistance, which was this value area high around $100,400. And what I said was that we had two scenarios basically. It was either break that resistance and then see $103,000, so pretty much a break above this high. But then the second scenario was to get the rejection and take out the daily low at $97,800. And what happened? That value area high ended up offering a much bigger drop, and in the end, we took out the daily low at $97,800. I implemented a take profit one, and even though we saw a decent reaction, what I said was that I wasn't longing. I wanted to see lower prices because, as I said in my last update, I wanted to see the fill of the hourly imbalances. And if you go back to the charts, as you can see, Bitcoin is actually still in the process of filling these imbalances all the way down to $94,700. So with all of that said, this update will be a pretty quick one because the levels below us and above us are very clear in my opinion. So let's get right into it. First of all, as I said in my last update, I do remain bearish on the higher time frames. I would like to see the break below this low, a break of $90,000, and for price to tap the quarterly pivot at $88,500. And at this point, honestly, I would even like for price to tap the yearly pivot, so a drop to $83,400. So on the higher time frames, not much has changed. Personally, I do remain bearish and would like to see lower prices. However, if we go back on the lower time frames, as I said, we do have this interesting level around $94,700. And if we do see the drop to it, and it does offer a nice reaction, then I would like to see a bounce higher on the charts. And why do I want to see this bounce higher? Well, it's for two main reasons. The first one is that if you look at this corrective move to the downside, it's pretty slow. And what this usually leads to is a final sharp drop lower to make everyone believe that this correction is over and price will drop much lower. You trap everyone at the lows and then you get a reversal to the upside. But then the second reason is that if I go on the 4-hour chart, what you will see is that we have these two pretty big wicks that personally I want to see filled. So this one and this one. And for these two reasons, as I said personally, if we do see a reaction at my level, I would like to see a nice bounce on the charts to fill out both of these wicks. And what levels we have above us? Well, it's the same levels outlined in my last update. We have this untapped imbalance on the 4-hour chart that personally I would like to see revisited. So mark out the high of this candle, pretty much around $103,000 will be an interesting area to look for a short position. However, if price is able to push back into this imbalance and hold this level, then what you would look for is the fill of this candle all the way up to $105,400. But personally, honestly, at this point at least, I'm much more interested in the lower part of this imbalance, as I said, around $103,000. And with all of this in mind, I'm mainly interested in one scenario this week, which would be a drop to my level, a bounce, a retest of this imbalance, and if we see a reaction, then this would offer that very nice position for a drop lower and a break back below this low around $90,000. So as I said, this update would be a very simple one. We have one support level below us. If we do lose it, personally, I don't think that I'll be interested in any long positions. However, if we drop to it and we see a reaction, then this would offer a nice long position. And then to the upside, I'm very interested in this imbalance, which if we see a rejection against the low, would offer a nice short position. However, if we get acceptance back into it, then expect to move up towards $105,000, which would also be a resistance. And again, if you see a rejection, could offer a nice short position. So as usual, if you guys enjoyed this update, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.